Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Um, we'll get started in a little bit. How's everybody doing? Let everybody. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Um, Buenos dias. Buenos dias. It was a decent day yesterday. I had. Ow. Ow. It's all about protecting the gains, not doing anything stupid, which I already kind of did with XOM and Netflix. The two stupidest things I did was the Netflix long yesterday. That cost me about like 20K, I want to say. But it looks so good. But that did cost me because of that strike news. Whatever that fucking strike news was, that the shit's over and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Ranchero's taking the other side of my fucking trade. Shorting all that shit. Um, so, yeah. So that was a stupid move. And then I got so cocky short on this XOM that, you know, I don't know. So I'm going to be down on this off the open, the XOM. What do you guys think of this gap up? That's the question. What do you guys think of this gap up? Seriously, what do you think of this gap up? That is the question. What do you think of the gap up? What do you think of the gap up? Vincent is saying, "Fuck this gap up." Kid next to me here is also looking to short this gap up here as well. Um, I think off the open, you could get like you could get a squeeze from everybody who didn't cover shorts yesterday, and are looking at this gap up and being like, "Fuck." Especially the ones who have the weekly expiration. You know what I mean? Nice, Les. Nice, nice. So I don't know. But what I will say is that if you have 2 days of clean selling or clean buying, then it gets tougher. It gets tougher. Tisha is saying I want to short it after the gap up. Um, um, so you know, maybe, maybe not. Most of these gap ups, they don't even look that crazy. If we looked at some, let's take a look at some news here. Let's just pull up some crypto here. Take a look at crypto. Crypto's flat more or less. That WLD, by the way, this was that world coin. This was the one that Homeboy is behind, the AI guy, ChatGPT guy. It obviously got back to $1. I still kind of like this coin, so I actually bought some. I bought some, like buck 30 and change, and then maybe I'll add some stuff here. Um, and then you got Alibaba's got some news on it. I guess they're gonna do an IPO of their some logistics unit that they have. So if you take a look at Baba here, you get a gap up here on Baba. But do I think this changes the whole trajectory of Baba? Hell no. This stock is hard to trade, man. I wouldn't even fuck with this thing. I wouldn't even fuck with this thing. You know. And then apart from that, I don't see much else. Oh, the Activision you got, right? Which is the Microsoft Activision news. So the question is do they buy the company out for more? So if you take a look at the actual news here, they're saying Microsoft one step closer to clearing its final hurdle in the UK to acquire Call of Duty game developer. $69 billion deal held up for much of a year by regulatory scrutiny, right? So said it had finalized the first phase of reviewing a revised proposal that cedes Activision's cloud gaming rights to French, blah, 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 blah. They had previously blocked the deal over concerns it would suppress competition. Agency has set a deadline of October 18th to review the new proposal, which is like a month away. That is also the day an extended deadline for Microsoft's merger with Activision is due to expire. By the way, Bruce's ENPH, that fucking thing is still working, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's back to 127. You might get a move up to 130 on that thing. But anyways, going back to this deal, what is the possible buyout price? You know what I mean? Microsoft previously, blah blah blah. Activision praised the CMA's move forward. You know, so what do they buy the stock out for? So Leo's saying 95. If it's 95, you ain't gonna get much upside here. You ain't gonna get much upside here. You know, unless you want to just buy the 95s and then just I don't know. I don't know. I think we got Jesus coming in here. Ryan is saying fill poor structure to the upside, get late shorts out, watch banks and semis close closely for a squeeze. All right.
East fee is lane, and then the president being lane, then 4% East fee rate will do quite
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
You doing? Okay. I gotta organize some shit over there. Ooh,
Moroccan Technologies is asking if we make money every day.
seriously? Like seriously?
Hell no, we don't make money every day. Um, Jesus, what you got this morning, man? What are you? What they
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
hopefully see if this squeezes got any real legs to it early on. Well, you know what? We might not even. It could be. I saw you post on Twitter. There could be quite a few head fakes this morning.
Yeah, man.
Before we get an idea which move in which direction is real. Very
Agreed.
possible.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
I know you were hoping for this, right? That's why
I
you
was
kind of
hoping for this.
yeah
Exactly. I was hoping for this. And I mean, you see the Nvidia here. I mean, it printed 407 in the after hours last night, and I'm just like so upset. Like
yeah.
internally, I'm having an internal crisis because I'm like, you left a good 50 to 100 on the table, and boom, look at this gap up here. There's going to be people that are fucking smoked on the weekly
But this is what you were
Nvidias.
worried
This is
about. This is what you
exactly,
were worried about. So how are you
exact.
going to time it to where you milk every penny on the way down?
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So now what's going to happen, especially on this Nvidia, is there's so many people in the 400 puts, the 410 puts, the 415s, the 420s, and all of those options, they're going to open up real ugly, real ugly. So I think
Yeah.
they're going to I think anybody who's left in those, they're going to dump them, and that's where I may start a reshort. I haven't decided if I'm going to choose next week's options or stick with this week's, but that's going to
Gotcha,
be
gotcha.
that's going to be
Anything in particular you're looking for into the strength as a sign that the short's still in play, or if this squeeze has some leg to it? What
Yeah,
do
you
you?
kind of want to just, for me, I kind of just peruse all my sectors here and make sure nothing is actually like looking super bullish. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like I don't want to see money come into banks, and I don't want to see money coming in oil. I don't want to see none of that shit. Just keep
right.
everything just dry. And if it stays
Yeah,
dry, hey, there might be another leg.
yeah. So that's exactly same thing but a little different.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you remember any little bounce, there wasn't much sweeper activity at all. Call buying behind any of them. There was I mentioned to you yesterday. I think you were out to lunch, which was a great idea at the time. But there was one attempt where they had a window for a squeeze yesterday. They could have caught the Bears if some buying came into the game, but they didn't. They just didn't have anything. And it's only a matter of time before Bears sniff that out, right? And do what you're doing, what you're looking to do. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this morning to see if there's any real pace of buying behind any sort of bounce or any sort of up move. And we'll see.
Indeed.
But the call buying's been awful, awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, we got some comments here. Also, watch the VIX closely. If it gets crushed, we could squeeze the late
Without a
shorts.
doubt, I think really important to keep an eye on VIX throughout this whole right. We've been talking about that for a good 2 weeks now.
A while. Yeah, a while. Bruce here is chatting up that EMPH. This is one name that actually during the sell-off, and again, the name's been a piece of shit for a while, so I don't think they can beat this down anymore. If you take a look at the EMPH, you got another upgrade here this morning.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
if market stays decent here, you might get a move to 130 on this. You really might. But again, it's a tough name to trade. It's a tough name to fucking trade. So I don't
And
know
that's
if
another route this market could take this morning. It might be just an individual name thing a lot of today, where the indexes maybe just slosh around and some names outperform, some names underperform. We've been seeing a lot of that.
right, right, exactly, exactly. Um, anyways, what are you guys up to? Give us some ideas. Let's take a look at small cap world and see if there's anything interesting over here, which I highly doubt. Small cap to me has, I mean, again, when I like to trade small caps is the fucking crazy shit. AONCW, LMMLGO, CCG, isn't that no? Um, but CCG from a week ago. Shit, that was the one. This CCG was the one. Uh,
Which one is that? The
C
wheat? No,
no
CCG.
CCG, not
Oh,
CGC.
amazing. These stocks I never heard of. I thought I heard of every
Yeah,
single ticker that's out there. I
nobody
mean,
has
I
heard of
don't.
these things. Nobody has heard of these things. What is Scholastic?
Oh,
SHCL.
that's an IPO, isn't it?
Doesn't look
That's
like.
the education books.
It sounds like the education books. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think they were going public or some shit.
Nah, this shit's been up for a while.
Oh, it's a bulletin board name? Where did I hear it? I just heard about it.
That CCJ though is up like 5 points here pre-market, 5 6 points here pre-market, and then dumped it out. John T talking about that MLGO. No, thank you. However, last couple of days on that MLGO. So what is this thing? Micro algo? John, give me a synopsis on this thing. MLGO.
Synopsis.
Traders Ryan is saying anywhere to trade OTCs for free yet? I don't know, bro. That's not my game. It ain't my game. To get shorts on MLGO, it's not that bad. Tonus is saying, "Are you looking to get back into Netflix?" No, no. That was a big failure on my part yesterday. That was my dumbest move yesterday. And I got size on that shit too. So my goal today, protect the gains that I made and wait for my spot. because today's going to be a lot more difficult. Today's going to be a lot more difficult. I think we got our boy Ranchero here, um, hanging around.
Was it 9:15? Let me take a look.
What do you got? I could see, any number of things could happen here. Any number of things could happen here.
Yeah.
I just think after 2 days of easy shorts, you know, it's going to be harder here. Ask
Yeah,
Christiansen.
yeah. You got, you get the markets a little bit over. So you got breadth oversold on a short-term basis. You got sentiment at a bearish extreme because a lot of the big mega cap crowded names have been getting hit. So you got a lot of things that are signaling short. But again, these names are so crowded, these big names. You gotta understand how I mean, people just thought these names will never go down again, especially after the AI hype. So you got so many longs trapped in these things.
Uh,
That's the problem.
what about news here do we got coming out? Actually, before we do that, let's say good morning to our friend Ranchero here.
What's cracking?
Great. Ronchero.
What was happening?
What do you got going on this morning, bro?
I took home last night the Amazon 130 puts,
Okay.
which I am going to have to deal with this morning. Outside of that, I didn't take anything. I mean, the obvious, the long-term positions I still hold, but I was looking for continuation of the Amazon flush. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. We'll see what happens off the open
Okay. Okay. Wait, what expiration do you have on that Amazon?
today.
Oh, you have today's? Okay.
Yes, correct.
What was that gang sign that you just threw up right there?
Today.
Interesting.
Fucking old white guy.
Interesting.
I belong to that gang, I think. Let me see. Is there any update on this one?
All right. Where else do I have? Read sector looking like hot garbage. Somebody is talking about news coming out in an hour and a half. Is that accurate?
Here, I
What do we
posted.
have?
I'll post it again. The calendar. I got it right here. You got a lot of Fed speak today. I know of that.
PMI composite
Yeah.
flash.
What did I do with it? The hell did I do with it? Oh, maybe I have it over here. Hold on. Yeah, you got some economic data. You got Fed speak all over the yard. Let me blow it up so you guys can see it. Four Fed speakers. Yep. Let's see what any interesting nuggets in this Goldman note. Desk activity. Yeah, there was a lot of supply in these mega caps, according to the trading desk from Goldman yesterday. Obviously, and a lot of long exposure in those names. So there's going to be a ton of selling. Okay, let's see here. After a week of frustration, levels mounting over price action performance, but not much activity, the floodgates opened yesterday with a substantial uptick in gross activity on our desk and specifically across tech. We saw a mix of long only supply and shorts pressing bets, concentrated in mega caps, semis, blue chip software, without many signs of defense. So you got a lot of bearish flow behind that sell-off yesterday. Dealer gamma between now and quarter end, dealers will have more delta to sell as we sell off. Our internal metrics show S&P gamma positioning flips negative, down 1% from here. So down another 1%, you got gamma flipping negative. Then you got end of the month pension rebalance, which was going to be a positive thing for equities, but you have bonds selling off with equity. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a positive. Let's see. As of yesterday's close, our Goldman model estimates 700 million, not billion, 700 million of US equities to sell for the month and quarter in from pensions. So that's peanuts. CTAs currently long 33 billion of S&P exposure in a flat tape over the next 5 sessions. We estimate 4 billion of S&P supply, 10 billion over the next month. In a down 2.5 standard deviation tape, like we talked about yesterday, this supply grows to 20 billion over the next week and 70 billion over the next month. All that buying earlier in the year through the summer, that was predominantly, especially the first half of that rally, all these systematic funds. As the market went higher, regular players didn't believe in the rally, right? Everybody was second guessing the rally. Systematic funds, they don't second guess. It's all right algorithms. It's all VIX breaking downside levels, S&P breaking upside levels. So they keep adding exposure. They had a full tank coming into this sell-off. And now they got to take down that exposure as VIX trades higher and the S&P breaks some downside levels. So you're getting the unwind there. What else we got? Buybacks. We estimate 51% of the S&P 500 are in their estimated blackout window, with 80% in the blackout by the end of the week. So the buyback window is shutting down here. They can't buy back their own stock ahead of earnings. We're going to be in earnings season on Terrell before you know it again.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's already fucking coming up here.
Crazy. November and December represent the 2 most active months of the year for corporate buybacks.
Huh. That note about the amount of supply,
The CTAs, yeah.
this CTAs here. I mean, that's an interesting tidbit. At what point though did they
What?
start dumping that supply onto the market? You know what I mean? Like,
So
what do they wait for? What would they be waiting
levels,
for?
levels.
Levels. So what levels?
Okay, not just because a lot of these systematic funds are not they cue off the VIX. So as the VIX trades lower, right, as volatility gets suppressed, they add S&P 500 exposure. So as the VIX trades higher and breaks those levels to the upside, that's what they're queuing off of to take their exposure down. So if the VIX continues higher, they're taking long exposure down and they're hitting the market with supply. So this obviously, and I'm sure Ron Ronchero would agree, support-wise on the technicals, if the market rolled over from here and broke these lows, you would have these guys hitting the market with more supply. And this is obviously some support level, right, Ron Ronchero? You would agree with that?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And it is, I mean, on big picture wise, it is one of those areas that when you look left on the daily chart, and if you're somebody that likes to look at patterns, you realize that yesterday was a midpoint of an A, B, C, and is this potentially a D leg? This is an area that is of big importance and on that spectrum as well. So do they hold it and bounce it, or do they suck you back in thinking everything's okay and flush it further?
Yeah. So interesting. You got some fascinating dynamics here behind this recent selling. So we'll see how it shakes out. There's a lot of this stuff too. It's hard to forecast ahead. I think Ron Ronchero hits on this point a lot. Instead of trying to predict, you want to be able to react, right? You want to react to this stuff as it happens, rather than try to forecast how it's going to shake out. That's the difficult part. It's impossible to forecast what the hell the market's going to do or how these players are when they're going to unload. When you see certain levels breaking, you see rallies fail, you see a lack of flow behind these rallies. You want to be able to react to that and try to take advantage of it in that fashion.
A lot of good energy this morning here, Carlos. Good morning. Moon Dev, good morning. Dimitri, good morning, bro. Powell will reduce that balance sheet until some local governments and maybe even the federal government blow up. Then it will be time again for stimulus to save the entire system.
That's
Amazing.
usually how the script goes.
Amazing. You go right back to that shit. Dimitri, how goes the OJ trade? I haven't taken a look at the futures here this morning, but that shit's got to go down at some point, man. I mean, come on. And by the way, how do those futures prices affect like me buying Tropicana at the grocery store? Just curious. Because I've noticed it's gotten more expensive, but does it have any? It's similar to asking, when the price of oil, a barrel of oil goes up to $100. At what point do we get hit at the pump? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. 4 minutes here to the open. SPY here is trading at around 432.66. The question is do we fade this all or do we squeeze a little bit more? And for those folks who are still heavily biased to the short side, which I think there's going to be many, um, you're going to see them taking shots all day. And I have a feeling it ain't going to be as easy, you know, as as before.
Make it a lot stickier.
Um, Already kind of fading a little bit off the open. Remember, the only position I have here is I'm still holding a couple of hundred contracts of XOM short, which I kind of FOMO'd into yesterday. I probably should have taken those off too. If you take a look at oil, it still hasn't sold off. Oil looks pretty strong here, um, and it's still trading really well. So the place where they're hiding here is fucking oil, hands down, hands down. Um, you know. So yeah. Yeah, Dimitri here. Update here. Down still almost 600. Still up 4% year to date, but was up 32% 2 months ago. So it hurts. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. But again,
You want to hear something? Even some of you appreciate this because we've been looking at it recently. The equal weight S&P 500. So the S&P 500 members equally weighted. Okay, not the way the SPX is weighted. Is I think down, if I'm not mistaken, less than up less than 2% on the year now. That's it. So the
wow.
equally weighted S&P 500 is up less than 2% on the year off this sell-off. So, yeah, RSP exactly, GJT.
Right. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. Um, well, let's get to work, guys. I'm not gonna pull up any options in particular to look at anything, but I do want to keep an eye on the 420 puts that we saw. By the way, they closed at like $11, and then the stock dropped another 5 points in the after hours, and then we had a gap up today. So I do want to see where these things open up, and then I kind of want to feel this out here. I'm gonna play the Ranchero game this morning and just chill the fuck out for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and see what the fuck is going on. Ain't that right, Ranchero?
It is correct. We'll see. I mean, I took those things home last night. Sometimes I don't always do that,
Yeah.
but with the way things looked technically, it was like, okay, fine. I'll
Right.
take some home.
Right.
If I eat some off of the open, I don't have a problem with that. I'd rather take a little bit for the unlikely continuation of nastiness, because how do you know?
Right.
And eat a small loss off of the open and readjust. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
People get all kinds of worked up about that's the wrong call, et cetera, et cetera. You're like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. What is
So
your what is your setup?
They open up those 420 puts at $5 here. So anybody who held overnight here is already down fucking 50%.
Yeah,
Smash
but just
job.
wait. Just wait.
Yep, smash job.
Just wait.
Dimitri saying about your question concerning the price in the store, $11 for one pack of Tropicana in a month or two at current prices. Get the fuck out of here. Can't be
Guys,
selling
why does everybody have to drink orange juice? Why does everybody have to drink? Like, there's other shit that you can do.
Yeah,
You
Tang.
don't have to drink orange juice.
What about Tang?
I like that shit, man. I like the sugar.
Tang?
I need the sugar.
Tang. You don't know Tang? You know Tang.
Yeah, I know Tang. Are you like? Do you wear like a fucking astronaut uniform when you drink
No,
it, or
no.
what?
Do they still have Tang? I could go for a
I
Tang.
don't think
You don't even know if they have it, and you're mentioning it.
I don't
Oh,
think
that
they
was
got
just
it.
an idea. I'm a fountain of ideas here. You know,
Yeah, yes, you are.
I'm a fountain of useless information.
Anyways, 432 here on SPY. We already dropped out here. Decent bit.
Yep. I want to see if they flush.
See what happens here. Let's see what happens here. I'm not going to immediately jump in short either. Let's see where the XOM. They've been opening up oil options super lately, man. Tampico. Um, let's take a look at that. A firm here. 21 and a half. I'd like to see a pop on that affirm here before I get going on it. Take a look back at that Nvidia here, small pop. Let me keep AMD on the radar here as well. Let me pull up some SPY. My SPY chain here as well, just in case. 433. 433 calls are going for 85 cents.
Here, the Dow up about 15, the S&P up 11, and the Nasdaq Composite up 68. The dollar index holding on the gains of about 1/10%.
I'm seeing a little meta weekly call activity. Same day expiration. I said.
Bruce talking about an Apple long. Meh.
Over by about 2 basis points.
I'm gonna buy small SPY calls here. Small, very small.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Small. And I mean, again, I gotta fucking hedge the XOM here at this point. XOM 116 and a quarter is looking fucking strong as shit. Oil here looking pretty tasty. I mean, if you look at oil in general, it's looking pretty strong indeed. So that whole move from yesterday here is getting traded out. Pretty impressive on the oil. Let's see what else we got. Let's pull back up the Nvidia. Banks here look dead. The only thing that looks pretty hot is the oil. That CVNA is up a couple. You know, but again, what are you gonna do? You gonna buy this thing? ENPAs. Let's take a look at this. 126, not doing shit. Let's go back to that Nvidia. Cheese talking about the Russell. I mean, I guess. MasterCard, Visa. Most names here look pretty meh to me. 417 on that Nvidia here. They're really crushing the premium. Comedy. Nice dump. Nice dump on the SPY. Sol is short the Visa. I like it. I like it considering the look at the Microsoft here. Nice dump.
Yeah, Meta too. Meta.
Meta 301 on the other side. Very interesting. XOM meanwhile cannot fucking sell.
You got ARM December puts. Right? I think we saw December calls yesterday, but you got December 50 puts ARM. That's an opening bet.
ARM 51. Oh, it had a small gap up here. Had problems selling through.
Yeah, they bought. There was some call buying yesterday, and now they're buying some puts, but there was just one order yesterday.
Just a bunch of premium burning.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here to me. Video here dumped back out. What names are selling that we don't know about, let's say, or that haven't sold yet, I guess I should say. What's going on with that BA? BA through $200, Ranchero.
See it, I see it.
Ranchero.
Doing a little scannage here.
Through $200.
199.50.
199 for
That,
one.
some of these pops up are just not convincing. So
I agree. I agree.
Put buying Riot blockchain.
Riot blockchain, really? Oh, it's
Yeah,
put buying
puts.
though.
Wink.
So we're talking about the Google. AMD looks weak, guys. Google looks weak too. Proper. I'm gonna buy a small 10 lot on the Nvidia puts, but just a 10 lot. I just want to see. That Tesla looks weaker today than anything else. Maybe you pull that up. This to me looks where the trap happens. People short and boom, we just rip.
Or they caught everybody trying to catch a pop.
Right. Or
Here's your Amazon.
Or that
You
too.
got Tesla, some October put buying.
Yep, here they come.
Tesla, huh?
250s.
250s.
250.
Meanwhile, Meta's up a quiet 5.
Be careful.
Right? Yeah.
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 Be freaking careful. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of pop, especially after a couple of nice flush days. But it doesn't mean you're going to get it. I don't mind the play, but be nimble.
Jack be nimble. Netflix does look like shit. I agree. I agree.
You do have some VIX weakness early on here. Should keep the indexes bid
Fix
for now.
weakness.
Yeah,
Yo,
there are some names that look like shit out there.
that AMD is at lows of yesterday and looking to print lower.
Be aware for AT&T and Verizon, CNBC's favor, reading a press release from the EPA website, an initial report on the lead cable situation, just suggesting that the EPA making some more favorable comments on the actual effects these lead cables have seen through early studies. Favorable commentary towards Verizon and BT being relayed by CNBC's favor from the EPA.
Disney looks like shit. We got nothing going on there.
I keep an eye on this this Netflix. I mean, they filled that gap yesterday. They've tried to bounce. It's not filling. You could see 378 quickly if they come after this. Big if, but
yeah. Meta
it's
302. Meta 302 still going. This might be your place to fade it. Not sure though. Again.
Well, you're right at the 50 SMA. So that your stop, your quote unquote stop is built in right at the price. If it doesn't keep going, you know where to take it off. You don't sit there like an idiot and get run over by the truck.
Which is what I did yesterday. Nice dump here on the Nvidia. Let's see if that holds.
Looks like Tesla, a little more put action. Cheap though, nothing crazy. Call side, you really got nothing. You had a Meta Weeklies off the open calls. Ford seeing some bull flow.
Is that because of the strike shit? Oh, look at the strike shit here. There you go. Here you go.
And
Check out
that's about it. I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything else.
check out that Ford.
Disney June 75 puts in a sweep.
Huh. Disney, eh? Eh?
Hey,
All right, it's probably looking a little weak.
yeah, you got a little more. They're small, but you got some Tesla tack on puts coming in. Same day expo.
Where is that? Where's that Tesla? 252. This Tesla, man. This Tesla's different today. It's got some clean selling.
And some gaps.
It's just these options are fucking ugh.
Well, that's play next week. And if you don't like next week, don't play it. Ugh.
Okay. Okay.
Oosh.
Spy here almost back to, you know,
Yeah, back and forth.
back to nada.
Burn the preem. Not every day can be free money.
King Oliver here is saying that simple advice from Ranchero is so profound.
Which simple advice so I can listen to myself.
I think you said something about buy next week, and if you don't want to,
First Wave Bio,
don't do something.
FWBI holders trying to sell to 11.7 million shares.
I don't know what the fuck you actually said.
I don't remember what I did minute to minute, so.
All right, let me assess this fucking shit book over here. Nice pop on that Nvidia here.
I mean, yeah, but they're just melting premium here, though.
Yep.
Like there's nothing.
Yep. Which
That's
means
it, right?
Which means direction wise, you might have some problems.
True. Exactly. Like writing is not a bad idea on a day like today.
Yep. Yep. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yields not doing anything. Quiet morning across the board.
Spy here
You're right.
relatively though. It looks weak as shit.
Yes. Many, many traps.
Mimi.
What do you got? Okay. Which one? And from where? So you pay three. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine. What's the target? Got you.
Lucci, I'm curious. Yesterday,
Yeah.
who are you talking to and or working with in Puerto Rico?
What do you mean?
When you've got a couple of new guys in there, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some young guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious because when you go off and you start
Mm.
talking and or working with those guys, I'm like, all right, who's he talking to?
One of your readings,
Oh.
48.2.
Yeah, man. I mean, it changes all the time, man. There's new
Okay.
folks here that come in and out all the time. So it's a whole vibe down here, man. You gotta come.
I'm entertained when you yell at the rookies. That's all.
Oh, 100%. Gotta yell at the rookies.
9 about the 48.2 expected services 50.2 is 5/10 lower than expected. Composite at 50.1 versus 50.4 expectation.
There's your NVIDIA squeeze. Nice.
Wait,
Nice. Nice. What news was that?
The economic data, PMI.
That was PMI?
And then manufacturing reading, it's the 5th straight contraction.
I mean, they're going to sell that shit off.
probably.
I mean, I think if we get over day highs here, maybe we could squeeze, but for the most part, this doesn't look that hot.
So the PMI beat, but still under 50.
Long queues with room to add, pop and drop, blah, blah, blah. Retrade working out, SL with options work with a short continuation like Vino or not. Dude, Vino is fucking tough. I think they trapped a good amount of shorts on Nvidia and they got more to squeeze. You know what else I think? This AMD could squeeze a fucking point easy, man. It hasn't even squeezed. So if you
A
look at the
CCJ,
96s,
Charlie Jack, uranium name, seeing some lotto action for next week. CCJ.
yeah, let's go Nvidia.
Push.
Did you get out? Good. That's at least good management.
You're right back to the top of the range.
Okay, I got 200 of the AMD long, and then I got what do I got? I got 100 of the SPY long. SPY is not doing that great though. AMD, I'm looking for 97, so let's pull up AMD here. AMD. I'm just gonna scalp the shit out of this.
You got an unusual put suite, NARI. Looks like a medical name, biotech name? No, medical name.
All right, I already sold out of 100 of the AMD. The Nvidia was the better long. I'd still like to see 97 on the AMD.
Brings more than 4 trillion rubles per year to fund the deficit.
Netflix still not looking good.
Sold another 50 of the AMD here. I don't want to overstay my welcome in any of this stuff. Today,
Yeah,
my
you should
name
not.
is fucking Scalp McGee. Call me Scalp McGee.
Scalpy McGee.
Scalpy McGee. Scalpy Magoo. All right, there's the rest of the move on the AMD right there. I'm going to bury the next 50. All right, I'm out of the AMD. That was nice. That was nice.
Look
Now,
at Bank of America, Luch. Looks like shit, right?
where's that thing? 20. Oh, damn. Okay, so it's banks here they're selling. All righty. All righty. Yo, that Bank of America looks like it wants to go to $25, man, by the end
Right.
of fucking December, bro.
Such poop.
You got a little more VIX selling again. Should keep the indexes bid sticky. Not
Look
much
at this
strength in VIX.
EMPH
Where is it? Where is it? Don't tell me. 127?
dumping out.
Dumping out. Bruce, how'd you do on that thing? Afghan is saying Lucci if trade works today, they may push it hard given it's Friday. They always tend to reduce fear, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
He's saying don't scalp. I would completely
Why
disagree.
wouldn't? Okay.
$97 on that AMD. $97 on that AMD. Nice trade here, guys. Nice trade
The
here,
question
guys.
is, why wouldn't you scalp?
I mean, it's again, it's fucking
Don't
preference.
scalp, Lucci. Don't scalp.
It's fucking preference. It's all good.
Preference.
Ball sweepers don't want any of this at all again today so far. Again, early action, Ford, some bull flow, CCJ, lottos for next week.
I'm gonna dump out all my SPY calls. That trade is trash. Let's get rid of that.
I guess some of these uranium plays are seeing action.
What, that CCJ?
DNN. Yeah, that's CCJ. DNN is the most speculative name in the group. Getting a little spec play. DNN.
10 a.m. Bostic is speaking.
Oh, you got 4 or 5 of them speaking today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't need any of that in my life. Where's the Tesla?
The expecting a significant news strikes against Stellantis and General Motors.
Tesla
And
not
they're kind
looking
of following
good.
up
It's not looking good at all.
earlier reports
It is
said
not.
that UW was making significant progress with Ford.
Here are your Fed speak for today, Mr. Lucci.
Okay.
Not that any of us are going to listen.
Federal Reserve got Lisa Cook, Boston, Susan Collins, Mary, and Neil Kashkari. I would imagine the only one people care about is Neil. This is just such. Look at the squeeze on Tesla just now. Hits lows and then squeezed. This is dangerous, guys. This is dangerous. This is fucking Busta Rhymes dangerous right now.
Yeah.
Anybody want? Exactly.
So this Tesla short term, if you use a little fib measuring stick, the 50% retrace is around 245.5. So if it were to flush out, that's not a horrible target.
Okay. Where do you short though? Up here?
So here's the thing. If you use anchored volume weighted average price and you use the low from August 18th, Tesla has already hit that number almost to the penny and bounced. So that's the spot where either you short and you get flush, or you short there and it doesn't work. You just step aside. It's not a big deal.
What are you thinking now? Yeah, yeah. But you can see how the tape is completely different than yesterday, yeah? That's the key, man. That is the key. Notice it early and again, like, you know, fucking
So
capital
right,
preservation here.
right here is VWAP on Tesla. So if you're going to short, my opinion is you short here. If it doesn't work, you don't let it go past 254.5 and you look for a flush out of the lows, then you're going to be in the right spot.
SPY still looks super weak. But again, you have a phantom bid here on some of the tech stuff. That 420 put, by the way, is now trading down to about $3. So it officially crushed everybody. Comedy. SPY here at lows. SPY here at lows. Netflix here at lows. XOM here faded back out, so I'm kind of happier about that. Maybe I can make some of that cash back.
You got a little ETF put action. What's that? FND.
I actually
Oh
might.
man, that's a nice size put. FND Frank Nancy David. Is that retail name? Yeah, that's that home decoration name.
Anybody who's going short SPY, I mean, I'd wait for a pop and then short it. Natalia, what do you think over there?
Oh, this is AI bot.
Somebody just bought some SPY 432s, and that looks like it's for next week at the monies.
I don't see calls.
Puts.
Oh, puts, you mean puts, right?
Yeah, there's two lines on that, actually. One line for today. One line there for today. I don't know, man. I don't know. And when I don't know, it's better to fucking just do nothing. Where's that Google? Google came back. Google came back. It trapped a lot of fucking shorts down there. Yo, that EMPH brunch, look at this thing.
I know.
Piece of shit. Trader Ryan also tests the choppy now. Less perfect entry. Got to risk $1 not to get chopped out. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're looking at.
Um, I like the sit on hands play. That's what I like. I like the sit on hands play. That play sounds fucking amazing. You know, and then I'll just continue.
All you're doing in this environment right now is you know after you've had this that big of a move over the last couple of days,
Yep.
of course there's going to be chop. Of course they're burning premium. You take a couple of shots. You don't go big on a day like this. You poke
Absolutely.
around, and if you find the freaking handle, you lever up. If you don't, what's the problem? You should have profits already throughout the course of the week. That's what those are there for, is to see if you get continuation. Nobody's living or dying on a call here today.
You guys, I'm buying in that IoT November 25s. I wonder if they're rolling down strikes there. Let me check it out. Because some buying to be underwater. Let's see. IoT 25s, the 30s. No selling yet.
Well, yo, small cap world. Check out that MLGO. That was the name we were looking at this morning here. That thing is still running. Be careful if you short that fucking thing.
Lucci, do you trade a lot of small caps?
Only when the shit is like fucking insane, man. It's like a
Well, you like to short them, don't you?
yeah,
When
yeah,
they
yeah.
after they move.
I like to short them.
So you got some buying in IoT with some time, November 25s. The first half decent looking action of the morning, IoT. Again, November, so little time behind them and not much momentum in the overall market. But if you probably equity be the best way to go with a stop. What just popped up on my screen here? Welcome to Zoom Clips Beta. What the? Lucci,
Oh, Jake, don't click anything, please.
I'm not clicking it.
Just
You
back
guys didn't
away.
send anything to me, right? So I'm
No.
not. That could be spam.
Yeah, no, we didn't send nothing to you. Let me take a look back at these NVIDIA 420s. They pop back up here. So you got a dump here on the NVIDIA. I'm gonna try for the fucking third time for these spy calls here. I'm getting nowhere though. I need to cover more of these fucking XOMs and get out of these. Um, I got nothing. I don't know about y'all, but I got fucking nothing.
No, I mean, sometimes it's okay not to have anything. The last 2 days were freaking golden.
Yep. It's only 10 o'clock though, so. All right, back to 100 lot on spy calls. Probably
Fed's
not
Collins
the
saying
most
he's
ideal of
optimistic that
achievement.
inflation can fall only a modest rise in unemployment. Sees it widen pathway to that outcome,
New Americans say,
saying
when is
that
the
further
options
interest
writing
rate
ban
increases are
over?
not off the table. She is tempering her outlook a bit here, saying
Options
that she
writing
doesn't
ban is
expect rates
over
may have to
as
stay
soon as a
higher for longer
motherfucker shuts
than
the fuck
previous
up.
projections had suggested. When further tightening is certainly not off the table, says the Fed's Collins.
Is he
Collins
done?
saying that she fully supports the
Jesus.
guidance in the Fed's dot plot. Again, Collins saying that she fully supports the guidance in the Fed's dot plot.
Fucking. All right. So I will be done in a month. I gave myself a month. No
And the regular
writing.
QRE opening at 6:70, stating in the sense price at $5 for ADS. Thank God from the man oven.
I'm gonna pull back up these Nvidia puts these 420s here. No entry yet, and I don't think I'm gonna enter because I don't think you're gonna get a clean move here. However, tape all of a sudden started to look a little weak. That ENPH, man, is still so bad,
Yep.
so bad.
Let me see any action there, volume one, ENQ.
Yo, Natalia, that 5 minute is close.
Stuff hitting big.
That 5 minutes close. Keep an eye on that thing.
Tell you, his AI want an AI bot like so bad. I
Why
need
would
an
you?
AI bot.
Yo, Bruce, yeah, we're looking at that EMPH, man. It's crazy. You guys got to see this thing. This EMPH, for the solars are fucking horrendous here. I don't know what the fuck happened, but that was. Look at First Solar, even too. Where's that run? Runs down. You know what I mean? So these things look bad. Yo, that XOM is on fucking fire. Bad,
Netflix,
bad short.
Netflix, Netflix, Netflix.
Bad short. I'm covering another chunk of XOM here for the loss. Netflix here, fresh lows, 380. Meta here, meanwhile, quietly hit 304.
Report supporting what has already been reported that the UAW does not intend to expand its strike against Ford, following those earlier reports that Congress had
Speaking of
been.
Meta, now you got a little same day expiration put buying.
Put buying on the Meta.
You had call buying off the open, now a little put buying there.
Yeah, they've been doing that though. They've been
Yeah,
rallying
yeah,
these
they're
things and then
playing
coming
both
right
sides.
back.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why you guys out there, you can't get hung up on these weekly orders. Trade them, trade them, scalp them.
Scarmali is saying today is looking like a beach day. You might not be wrong, man. It's Friday.
Beach. It's 60
Friday.
Definitely going
degrees.
to the beach.
Beach day. Let's get some beach tennis going.
Meanwhile, we're getting hit over here with some mini hurricane
I mean,
tonight.
it's fucking Long Island, bro.
I know.
Shit ain't even got a Chipotle over there.
We don't.
They do. He just doesn't get outside of the house.
They got a Ulta, but they ain't got a Chipotle. Jesus has been inside of an Ulta, but he ain't been inside of a Chipotle. Look at that. It's just terrible.
I've been inside of my bunker more than enough this last year and a half, more than a Chipotle.
All right, here
I'm gonna
goes
be
your
just for
spy.
you. I'm gonna get Chipotle tonight, just for you.
All right, do that. Take the 8 dogs, man. You know what I mean? Just leave them outside.
Hey,
Give them a little cup.
I'm gonna hit that new spot I just found that's probably been there for a few years now, but I'm gonna check it out just for you.
Yeah.
See what all the rave is about.
Jay, do you like Mexican food?
It's all Mexican?
Oh,
No, it's not spicy though, right? I can't eat the spicy shit. They have regular shit.
Oh my God.
you go to Chipotle and ask him for some pot roast, bro.
Nicholas here is talking about oil, man. You guys got to take a look at oil. Oil is fucking strong. Fucking strong. I'm gonna get out of the freaking XOM completely. Screw that thing. I pissed that away. That was a shit trade for me. The spy calls here worked out, kind of. Still looking for 433 though on SPY. I don't think I'm gonna get it.
You want to hear funny quickly? I mean, just quickly, because I know it's in the heat of the opening.
We got all day. Tell us
You know
something.
how I discovered the Chipotle? I
Oh,
got out of the car, I went in, and I went up to the guy. I go, yeah, can I get you have the lobster rolls? They're in season. The guy behind the counter looked at me like I had 8 heads. He goes, brother, you're looking for Panera. That's next door. I went in the wrong door. I didn't even know Chipotle was there. I thought I went in Panera. Holy shit. That's how I discovered it. Otherwise, I would have never known. I guess from the lobster roll, he looked at me. You have to see the look he gave me. He like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
what a fucking herb, man. Oh my god. Qué clase.
I love
Qué
it.
clase. Hijo de puta. SPY, nice hit, nice hit, nice hit. I'm gonna come out of the rest of this. I should have held for a little bit longer. That was a nice one. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, VIX new lows of the morning selling off here. Tesla seeing a little weekly call activity. But yeah, index is catching a boost off a little VIX selling here.
Baba, yeah, there was some news, J-Dub. It was a news on they're going to spin off one of their business units.
Cash market up 1/3%.
Check out the Tesla.
65 points here, 35 minutes into the trading session.
Qué buena cosa. SPY here. Damn. Could have had a lot more of those. This is the thing, man. You trap everybody short, and then you smoke them. Now maybe you take a short position. Now maybe.
Agreed.
Maybe.
Agreed.
You got a little more buying Charlie Jack CCJ December 48s.
Again with that shit?
Yeah.
Natalia, cogiste esa subida. Nice, nice. Good hit, man. Buena. Buena. Okay,
There's
now.
some decent momentum in these uranium names this morning. They came in a little bit over the last couple of days after being red hot.
I mean,
The mushroom cloud trade.
Yep.
What is the reason for the rally in uranium?
Ron Jerry and I were talking about this. There's a whole story behind it. I don't know what, I forgot it, but there's a whole pitch behind it. Okay. It's been out there for a bit, but there is some sexy story behind it.
Yeah.
Nothing sexy about uranium.
There's something they're gassed up about.
All right, I'm gonna throw in a couple of puts on Nvidia up here, just a couple. But now I'm ready to take a look at the short side after they squeezed. Now I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right, it wasn't sexy enough apparently. So not sexy enough.
We need power, and uranium is green. That's why he's saying why the rally in uranium.
We need power, and uranium is green. Really?
It's green because it fucking glows radioactive.
Speaking of which, CCJ adding October 40s.
UEC is another uranium ripper.
Yeah, UEC, DNN, UUUU. They've been buying these things for a good 3-4 months minimum.
Mm-hmm. All right. I got some Nvidia puts here. Now I'm going to start to play the Nvidia puts. Okay.
DNN action. Oh, I mentioned that, right? That's one of the spec names seeing action today. DNN, little guy. Little action. If you want the hood uranium play to watch for repeat action, SMR. Oh yeah. Yep.
All this shit could dump right back out.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And you're just, to a lot of people's points out here today.
That's a spec.
Chop.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was you that mentioned it. Somebody mentioned that.
The quick fees U.S. required for processing transactions this fall.
Yeah, so Silvers is looking at he keeps bringing up Adobe. I don't disagree
Forgot about that thing.
with them, not cracking. If you like a stock like an Adobe,
Doobie.
you look for some polls like this to see if you can get a little bit. Nice and easy, nothing crazy.
Agents at the Jane Prince are not skyrocketing.
What's the
They're
weakest?
remarkably
What's the
flat.
weakest shit out there, guys? What's the weak? Give me the weakest shit out there. Is it Netflix? What is it? What's the weakest name out there? Give it to me. Give it to me.
I'm saying ENPH.
ENPH. Yep, yep. That's definitely one. It's a firm. Oh shit! Damn it!
Oh yeah, that's looking nasty.
Why didn't anybody say anything? We've been
Malaysian
here
as
the
a
Said
whole
result
now.
of one
morning.
MDB disagreement.
Oh, I'm gonna start slapping you motherfuckers, man.
All here
Nobody
for this
said
master comes
anything.
back on September 5th. They did put out a statement.
What are you talking about? A firm?
Yeah, man. Take a look,
Yeah, you
bro.
got more puts a little earlier. What were they next week? 19? Some shit like that. Let me see. Hold on.
You didn't even tell me.
I posted it, you nut job. You don't listen to me.
God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. You're right next to me. I told you.
God damn it.
You
That
don't listen to me.
fucking affirm. Second leg affirm.
You were gonna
Second.
roll yesterday and hold a piece, you said. Didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't do it.
What are you gonna do? You want everything? You made a nice score yesterday. This guy, I swear to God, always complaining. This guy,
He wants a lobster roll from Chipotle, Jay.
seriously.
Trying to get
I
that.
think it's out of season now anyway. But
I mean,
they bang you out for that lobster roll too. I mean, I'm not cheap, but they bang you out for that lobster roll.
what is it?
I'm
$18?
serious. It's not cheap. You go in here like you get taken back. I forgot. Could have been maybe 20 something dollars for a little lobster roll, so some shit like that.
I mean, is it a Maine lobster or is it a Long Island lobster?
No, it's good. They put like nice chunks of lobster, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
Well, fucking A. That motherfucking affirm. That was the one, hands down.
That was frustrating too. A firm, right? For the first week, your
Yeah.
stock wouldn't crack.
Yeah. Yep.
And usually once they do, then you get paid.
And then when it starts, it starts.
Yeah.
There's no holding it back. All right. What else you got besides a firm? What about Short and Panera? Because they ain't got no lobster rolls. Or they ain't got no.
But wait, Panera's not around anymore, publicly traded, right?
Oh, they got taken out.
Yeah, they got private, I think, right? Isn't it? Steven, I think you like this name, right? Or well, you liked it once upon a time. INND. You got a little nibbling call side there.
Oh wow, Claudia. Claudia is saying, "Hey, thanks to
More
Forex
details
Signal,
here.
she
The
made
UAW to
300
strike
pips."
all U.S. Stellantis Mopar parts
Wow,
plants.
Claudia.
Thanks to what? I can't overhear that freaking nut that Jay's got in the background.
It's a spammer. She's in here spamming, talking about I made 300 pips from this Forex Signals thing.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So let me
FX Leah, nothing, nobody better.
so let me report for unwanted commercial and spam.
FX
They're trying to
Leah,
find
excellent
something. Let's
teacher.
see.
We show you how to make profit every
HSAI, Hesai announcing a first production design win for in-cabin LiDAR and leading automotive OEM
LiDAR.
Hotel Sierra Alpha India.
You got a bull bet KKR October 65s. That's a strong name, believe it or not. KKR. I think that in Blackstone.
KKR.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah. Look at that.
XOM fade here. Piece of shit. Nvidia here. Take a look at Nvidia here.
It's all slipping away.
I only got a 50.
Remember, I had a big position in this KKR for a swing trade a couple of years ago. This thing wouldn't move for me for the life of it.
Here's your Amazon starting to flush.
All right, there's your SPY. Who shorted the top on that Who shorted the top on that 433 SPY? That shit was nice.
All right, listen, now you're going to find out whether we're just range bound or not. So
Right.
don't get caught.
100%. I'm going to bury 25 of the NVIDIA here because that was a nice little scalp. Made like 7K on that. I buried half and then wait for the rallies here and then try to fade them.
Yeah, I don't see any factor or theme at play outside of uranium. It seems some stocks are seeing call buying in the same sector, some seeing put buying in the same sector. It's a mosh pit out there.
I'll tell you what's not a mosh pit, had you have told me. Fucking affirm.
Lucci, did you block this Claudia?
Yeah, I blocked her.
UAW's fading
Yeah,
the
blocked her.
same.
Good.
Bruce wants to know about Chewy. Jesus, if you see any flow on
Chewy,
Chewy.
what? You want any action, you're saying?
Yeah.
A little more Charlie Jack coming in. Chewy, let me see.
More Charlie Jack.
Listen, that's not a bad idea, and they hit it hard yesterday. Technically, the thing is destroyed.
Which one, the Chewy?
Chewy.
Here are the active ones in Chewy.
I mean, people love pets.
I feel bad for my dog because if Chewy goes out of business, I don't know what he's going to eat.
I know my dogs, and I have the stock in my daughter's account, so I'm going to bury my dogs and my daughter.
What does she? What does she say? What does she say about it? Like, does she advise you?
I told her when it was ripping, she couldn't care less. I'm not going to tell her now the stock's crashing. That's for sure. She don't care. She don't. You think these kids? She can't count money. This generation's so. Don't get me started.
How's she going to count money when you can't even find Chipotle?
You know, it's funny because I abuse her about that shit, and she abuses me about that shit. It's funny you mention that, yeah? That's our rebuttal to everything. She always has a wisecrack like you. She takes after you. Exactly your wisecrack. Stop throwing at me every day.
Oh, it's too good. That is too good. Yeah, JD's talking about my NVIDIA. First of all, it's not mine.
The trade representative
Definitely
Ty
not mine.
saying that they are being very deliberate on U.S.-China trade ties.
XOM. I got out in panic here. They dropped it right back. To 16.
Update, you still got the squeezometer 39, so we're still definitely in squeeze mode here, sentiment wise. Anti-VIX has been hovering in and out of bull signal.
Strike and increase profit sharing.
All right, I only got 10 lot left on that NVIDIA here. I'll be looking to add off of pop because today is not the day where you want to look for 5 points on NVIDIA or 10 points on NVIDIA because you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. But that short from on SPY from the high up there, that shit was clean. Oh, that shit was clean, boy.
You should be taking some of that off here, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anybody's in it. I'm not in it. Let's see what else we got.
Intel, what are those? Puts.
Intel puts. Let's take a look at that.
Intel puts. Damn, that gave back the whole move, Luch.
The whole thing. The whole thing.
Wow.
A lot of people trapped there. Blaze is
Just when Intel starts to move, everyone's like, "Ooh, look at Intel! Oh my God, this is the new and improved Intel!" Right back in their face.
Disney. Oh,
they may trade that way, even if it's bullish. It's just an annoying stock.
Take a look at fucking Target, man. What's up with this thing?
Oh,
Lucci, I told you a long time ago.
When you
go woke, you go broke. It's just that simple. It's not a complicated thing.
When you go woke, you go broke. My bad. I forgot.
VIX bouncing a little.
There's your pop SPY. Now you take a look at that for a possible short on SPY there. But again, you can see the character of this tape right here. You know, you can feel it. It's fucking shit. It's way different. You know, so you ain't gonna. I'm not gonna double my money on anything here.
Today's not the
Nvidia, what's that? For today? Yeah, for today.
What's that? What's that? What's that? Calls?
Same day Expo 415 calls Nvidia.
Comedy.
that's just some freaking
I mean,
profit
that plans to throw
lotto.
our hands before mainland
100%.
strike
Look at
against
this
the
AMD.
38 new
Look at this AMD back to 97
facilities
at
and the
highs.
strike against GM and Stellantis.
At highs here on this AMD. You know, so anybody who's looking for that clean shit, you ain't gonna get it.
Nope.
You ain't gonna get it.
That's,
We might get it
You are
Monday, or we
working
might get it later today in the afternoon.
in steel
that
products.
may be.
You're doing a lot of work ahead of that
Deshaun here.
deadline.
Deshaun, do you have a position on AMD? I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna buy it here though, because you can't chase a program here in this game. Louis here at 10:20. Did you just wake up, bro? Did you just wake up? Coming in here saying hello at 10:20. You've been trading? What the fuck you been doing? Um, Amazon is definitely weaker. Let's check out this Affirm here. Pop on the Affirm. Maybe I can catch bounces to short into on Affirm. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe just leave that shit alone. Goldman and the banks. It's definitely something to keep an eye on, man. These banks, again, they trade so weak. Ron Sharrow, if we wanted to, how would you structure a long-term short on banks? I know you hate trading banks. I know you hate trading. But for me, let's say you were
So,
going to alley-oop some shit for me. What
all
would you
right.
do?
So who do you have in mind that
Bank
you
of
want to short?
America. Bank of America.
All right, let me take a look.
Bank of America. Because it also aligns with my hatred for the bank. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm shorting it,
This-
so it's nice and aligned. You know, I'm aligned energetically when I'm shorting Bank of America.
Hmm. I mean, from a technical, I have to start with technicals just so I get an idea. And I'm looking at a weekly chart because I got to start with the big picture. So the big picture is not super clean, but if I go back to the low of March from 2020 to its high, which was in February of 22, the stock has retraced almost the entire move. It is below the 50 and the 200-day moving average. So if you're looking at short and you have a target, I would say you could look at a longer term target of around $25.
The talks with the EU will progress over the next 6
So is
weeks.
that $3? Like, I don't, the problem with something like that is what are you looking to get out of it? Are you only looking for $3, $4? Like,
It's a good point.
do you want it to retrace the whole move? Could it retrace the whole move? For sure. But for $5, $3,
Right.
I don't see anything really being worth my time.
Hmm. The risk to reward situation. So you're telling me I shouldn't just short it because I hate it. That's what you're telling me? That's
You can. I just don't think I think you're going to be frustrated, and I don't think it's going to make you a lot of money.
good to know.
This really
Chris
takes the
answers
fight
saying
needed
not
to
feeling
wide
the
this
chop.
expand to 20 different
Going to
states.
sit and wait. I agree. I mean, look at what Spy's doing. Spy's
Those board members are ready to walk it out.
walk it out. Um, Spy is killing anybody who wants to get a clean direction here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Range bound.
in true fashion here, we could just short. We could short Spy right here off this pop, which I
I don't think you do anything other than scalp on a day like today. That's it.
exactly. Which is what I am about to do.
So the only thing I have today is a small loss on some Amazon puts, and that's it. I don't need to do anything. Like I had yesterday was a good day, right? Like Netflix, we crushed Netflix yesterday. Why do I need to? I don't need to have that every single day. People don't get it. Not every day you're going to just come in and stack cash. Doesn't work that way. Some days you just got to go to Chipotle and get the lobster roll.
Oh yeah, should make a T-shirt. That's got T-shirt written all over it. Damn, I know this stock. Oop, no. 13 times normal one. So you got some unusual sweeper buying Dan, DAN, October 15th. That is roughly 13 times normal volume.
Okay, covering the SPY scalp that I just hit. I bought puts at the high there on SPY. I just covered.
All right, you
Wow.
guys. We're an hour in for right now. This is range bound, which is fine. I'm not going to participate because I had a pretty solid week, and I'm not going to give it back in Voodoo Land for scalping. Just going to let it be.
Yeah,
So I'm going to tap out,
yeah, I like that.
Can't blame me.
and I will see you guys on Monday.
Market's open Monday, right?
Is it?
Why would it be closed?
I think it's a Jewish holiday.
Is it?
Closed
Yom
on
Kippur.
do
I
they?
think it's only closed for Rosh Hashanah, though, right?
That was a nice quick scalp on SPY. Do we use the TOS bookmap? There's a lot of people here that use TOS bookmap. Um,
Bookmap is good if you've got the data.
right. A firm back to 21 here. Could be a possible reshort. I might take a look at it. Tesla here broke down a level, but again, is it a real short? Can you make any money? Meh. Meh. All right, guys. 3 minutes here to the point where we move to the main steam room. And again, the steam room is what Sang Lucci, Wall Street Jesus, has built to track options flow as well as analyze said flow. Um, this is the whole experience. We also have our education suite in here as well. Lots of different channels for different types of traders, crypto guys, futures guys, and then different ways to analyze all the different flow, right? And then we're continually building out new tools and everything. So we go broadcast full 24 hours, or not 24 hours, but up until 4 o'clock in the steam room.
I sometimes go 24 hours.
So you can catch us in there. You guys get a trial for $8. Stupid for you not to take it, just so you can get the experience and catch the vibe yourself. And we'll see you in there. Matt's going to go ahead and drop you some links in YouTube as well as Twitch for the trial. Papa was saying, so in the steam room you can analyze the flow. Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. Um, so basically, here on the right of your screen that you can see is areas where you can just search for specific sectors. So, for example, like I have an index sector up, which just tracks the flow of the indexes. So when I click on that, I get all the index flow for the day or any particular amount of time. Okay. And then on top of that, I can get dollar flow data. I can get bullish to bearish data. Um, so we have different ways to analyze it. And also, of course, you can pin these things, make sure you don't forget them. It's kind of like an alert, price trigger, and all that stuff.
You got a little affirm short hedge there, Luke. Call side.
Call side 21 there. Nice. So absolutely, you can do all that inside. Um, remember to use the link here. It looks like Eric dropped the Twitch link, and Eric, I'm not sure if he dropped the YouTube link, but make sure you drop it in YouTube there as well. And then, of course, you got Wall Street Jesus covering the show. So we really want you guys in there. and we really want you guys to check it out. So hopefully we'll see you in there. All right. Take care. Have a great weekend. Get some Chipotle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
that's Goldman saying expect
get
fine.
some
Have a
Chipotle,
good weekend, everybody.
and we'll see you soon.